Did I mention we're camping? We're camping. Look at all of this. Huh? All of this. Like, there's loads in there. Got tents, water bottles, bags. Literally, the wife has packed as if she's going to the other side of the world or something crazy like that. She's packed so much stuff. I'm more of a light packer, you know? Just practical. But obviously you need a lot of stuff, so hey. Yeah, here's a secret. I'm not a big fan of camping. Not really. Okay, so just a very quick stop by Sainsbury's to get country life and Lucozade. Now everybody's jumping back into the car. Jumping back into the car. That's the other car that we're kind of following at the moment. And there's another one somewhere over there. All these people I don't know yet and I haven't met them yet, so we're gonna have to figure this out somehow. Anyway, I gotta drive. See you in a bit. Welcome to Greenbelt. Now I must apologize because today is actually not the first day I arrived. So we arrived yesterday and it's just been so busy and intense that I haven't had the chance to pick up my camera and take you around or kind of reflect about how it's been going so far. So firstly, one thing at a time. Welcome to my tent. This is me and Becky's tent. So as you can see, lounge area, storage, and that's also the other part of our tent, which is like clothes and stuff. And this is our bedroom. See, this time we got like proper camp beds, because every time we've gone camping or done a festival, it's always been so cold and uncomfortable. We decided to get, like, you know, the beds and bring our duvets and sleeping bags. So the weather's not so bad here, and like I said, obviously we're not just doing this on our own. This is our kind of camp village. This is camp village of church friends and people, basically. So yeah, and as you can see, if you look further afield, there's a lot of tents. A lot of tents all over the place. Greenbelt, right? Greenbelt is that they have a lot on for everybody. So obviously there's workshops, there's talks, and there's a lot of great live music acts. And yesterday being Friday, after having a long drive and just feeling a bit tired, I thought actually I was going to go and see a few live artists, and amazing. So one of the highlights was a group called I'm With Her, who I'll be looking up on Spotify. They're amazing. Female trio group, acoustic guitar sort of sound, folky, eclectic, really great, and a few others. And this morning I went to a talk about Jesus and trying to rediscover Jesus as he was in the Bible, not just as a quote-unquote white Caucasian, you know, blue-eyed blonde sort of male that we perceive him to be in Christian churches today, which is really good, really good. And I've just come from an introduction to Pussy Riot. So Pussy Riot are around, one of the big acts that are going to be around today. They're going to be performing, plus they're also talking about their books and doing small workshops about, you know, why they protest and all that. And I found that really fascinating. Pussy Riot are just one of those really interesting activist groups. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but definitely after listening to them, I found them quite challenging and also really inspirational for what they're going through and what they were talking about, and, you know, the kind of state of Russia and stuff. Anyway, not to go into too deep politics and stuff, my plan is to hopefully this afternoon take the camera around and sort of show you a little bit about what Greenbelt is and see who I bump into. So this is a can of water. So because Greenbelt's one of their ethos is about, you know, recycling and renewable and sustainability and being green, you don't get plastic cans of water because obviously plastic's bad. You get these amazing cans, and the person told me that they're reusable, so I am so impressed by this. How cool is this? Can of water, right? One quick thing. So this can of water, right, which I was saying I'm so excited about. Here it is, right? So observe. Pull up, and it opens. How cool is that? Right, so you kind of pull it up, and then you slide it back down. Hold on. And it closes. That is so cool. That is so, so cool. At a talk. I can't remember what it's called.
White Saviour Complex Narratives.
Yes. Again, so this is the nice thing about a conference like this, you know, a festival like this, is that you get a chance to hear different ideas, see different speakers, that sort of thing. And so it's quite nice to go up the room. It's quite nice. I love it. If anything is said that particularly gets me upset, I will let you see that.
Medium, what size of the ticket to
That's medium.
It's all very low-fi. Apart from this, which is awesome. Well, take that.
So one of the nice things about meet small traders who are just kind of starting out, and they do their own brands, and so Becky and I really liked the fashion and some of the hoodies and the tops, so we're buying a few. But he was just saying that he's crowdfunded by Kickstarter. He's nodding in the background, yeah. So crowdfunded by Kickstarter. And what's the name of your brand actually? Outdoor Supplies.
The Level Collective Outdoor Supplies. This is the logo.
Ah, there you go. So, are you on Instagram?
I am at the Level Collective.
The Level Collective on Instagram. So yeah, if you're looking for some really great merch, which is 100% cotton and 100% British made, organic cotton, definitely check them out. Here I am now. So Greenbelt is in Kettering. It's at a house near Kettering somewhere. So yeah, that area of the world. Oh my gosh, I just realized that on the far verge, I think I see deer. I think I see deer. Give it a zoom. How cool is that? It's like deer and sheep together. So I've been really enjoying it and going to some of the seminars and talks. Some of them are just amazing. Some of them are like, I knew that, if I'm honest. And some of them are challenging. So like, for example, the one I went to this morning, meeting and listening to Pussy Riot and stuff like that, that was fantastic. It was just absolutely brilliant. And I think I'll go to one of their gigs later on if I get a chance. So guys, the sun is going down and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening. I just got on top of the hill so that I could show you part of Greenbelt back there. That's where all the stalls and some of the workshops are, and the food vendors, which are really, really good. One of the nice things about this festival is that you get so much different food from all over the world. I've just had a bit, which was really, really great. That's the big top, the one in the yellow. If you can just see it through the trees, I don't know if you can. It's over there. Wait, over there. Over there. There it is. That's the big top, which is absolutely like in yellow and stuff. And I'm on top of this like mound here on the hill, which is great. And there's a beautiful, beautiful sunset behind me. So yeah, I'm actually running late because I need to get to my next gig. I think I'm gonna go to a gig now, which is the next thing I've got to Morning guys, so today is a Sunday and I've just had breakfast and kind of gotten dressed and stuff, but supposedly we're gonna have some really bad weather coming. It's gonna be raining most of the day today, which is quite miserable. The nice thing is, on my schedule today I have a few talks that start much later on in the afternoon, so actually I'm just gonna take this morning quite slow, chilled out. To be honest with you, I feel like going back to bed at the moment, so I might just go back to bed and then decide to get up. Yeah, go back to bed, do some reading, and then go and see what the rest of the day holds and what the weather's like. So, I'll see you guys later. Morning everyone. Today is a Monday morning. Today is the last day of Greenbelt. I'm so tired. Yesterday was good. I managed to go to a lot of different things, including some really great talks. It rained all day. Literally. Cold. Wet. It's not camping and it's not a festival if you don't have the great British weather to accompany it. But I must say, I'm starting to reflect. Maybe camping is just not for me. Anyway. I will try and take you around today, since it's the last day. I'm gonna try and get up slowly and get dressed. I don't like camping.
They have been forced to flee. Now, how many people are we talking about? Generally, the statistics show that we're talking about, there are over 60 million people who are on the move. And that's a rough estimate, I believe. Of those 60 million people, over 40 million are what we call internally displaced. These are people who have been uprooted from their homes, forced to move, to leave everything behind, whether they have worked for it their entire life. Just imagine, just close your eyes for a second and think about everything you've been. Tell me about a boy, mean and proud, even praying in the pew, putting profits in the black with businessmen on Sunday, Monday morning, beating profits black and blue. The man on the Woodruff Park, where America's step kids sang we shall overcome, and we're corralled by cops under the Georgia Pacific sign off Mount Andrew Young. I said I'll never fight the fingers if he just said pilot as he washed the invisible hand. Be good, take care, and Godspeed you, lest you forget it. Don't ever trust a company plan.
Blending. I had figured out some way, not even to blend or fit in, because of course I didn't. I looked like this, right? It's that I wasn't being targeted, I wasn't being teased, And that changed for me after the first Gulf War, when we were being targeted for violence, and our brothers were being rounded up, and people were being told not to go outside at certain times because the police were just looking for Arab-looking people who look like us. And that was the end for me of trying to pretend that I blended in any way.
Years ago, when I was ordained, I started my first parish, and there was a man in the parish who had great difficulty with my preaching, the content of my preaching. So he may have had a difficult.
So this is a Monday, and it's sort of the last day of Greenbelt, so already some people are starting to pack away and go home and stuff. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been really challenging. There's been so much for me to think about. I've been to a lot of talks, and obviously, like I said, I'm sorry that I can't always take the camera everywhere I want to go. Maybe that will change when I have a more smaller, discreet GoPro and stuff like that. But I could always tell you my reflections and that sort of thing. But I've really enjoyed it. It's my first festival, Christian festival of this type of thing. I always was honest and said I always thought it was a bit more progressive for my theology personally, but I've been really challenged and really encouraged as well, so I've seen the good and the bad. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this